Hey, Mark King here. There's a couple of stories. This involves Trump's ratings, I guess. Um, it's from Breitbart, and it's by Tony Lee. So a majority of voters, 51%, disapprove of how Trump's is handling the crisis. And Monday morning consult survey revealing that Trump is 8 points underwater on the issue. His worst showing since began in February. The poll was conducted between the 24th and 26th, a margin number of basically 2 points. And this is it right here, and we can see the red line. That's the strongly disapprove. Somewhat is I guess this line here. So that's about 51%. If you add them together, 50. Yeah. Um, it's what it's gonna fluctuate, especially when people are worried with finances and things like that. People did the right thing in terms of like most people did the right thing, staying home, letting this pass over. Again, never trust the communists. And again, you find fascinating the amount of people who defend China. Apparently, Orange Man is worse than China. You gotta be nuts if if you think that way. You know, and they're all nuts, by the way. They're all nuts. Make no bones about it. They're all nuts. They're liars. They're hypocrites. They contradict themselves. You know, 54% of voters have found Trump's briefing frustrating, while pluralists 47% said they were counterproductive. I don't find anything counterproductive about giving information. I think people are getting tired of the arguments between the media and him, and he's justified in arguing with them. They're awful. Again, they ask leading questions, and but I mean, most people know they're leading questions. I would say, but even knowing that, a lot of them are in denial. Like, all right, we'll just get to the next bit of news here. This is just Biden's campaign. I'm just looking at these three stories here, and what you find is like Biden's giving them talking points in the media, and the media is smiling about it. So Tara Reid assault allegations, Dems frustrated. This is new, right? They're not frustrated until recently. Um, and what I'm worried about is him picking a something like Hillary Clinton. That's what I'm worried about. Right? Tell Democrats to deny allegations. They're doing this, but eventually I believe they'll go to this. Because again, deep down they probably do want Hillary Clinton to run. This is what I truly believe. Um, I mean, it's one way or another. I think she's gonna find a way. Okay, she's given a lot of hints over the past few months. You just feel that she's gonna do it. This is by Ebony Bowden. Joe Biden's campaign tells Democrats to deny Tara Reid's allegations. Okay, uh, campaign has circulated talking points. The memo was sent from the former Veep's top Democratic supporters after the Times published an investigation this month. Biden has yet to. I mean, again, like everybody knows that Biden's not in his complete senses. He hasn't been there for a long time, and I'm not sure why he's running. Maybe they truly believe he can beat Trump, and I think like again, be worried. Be worried. Like if this virus continues, the economy continue to plummet. You can see people have their overreaction, especially when the left is pushing it to last longer than it should. They seem to be defending China, and that scares the hell out of me. Again, one of the things that I knew since I went to school, one of the first things I was taught, and again, I didn't grow up I grew up in America, I should say, but I came out very young. Parents had a lot of really good skills, so I got citizenship. But things I was taught in school is like reject communism, and the kids aren't, and it's not a joke. They aren't told it. I've never read I've never had a lesson plan that talked about communism. I mean, unless it's in college, but I've never taught college level stuff. But the kids just don't know, and what they've heard is the beautiful soliloquies of equal, everybody's equal. Under communism, everybody gets the exact same amount. They don't take into account it's not true. It's always the top. It denies natural human instinct. You know, again, everything has like slight pauses, right? Under communism, you're gonna see feminist men, right? Feminism, even as a tool of communism, it ends under communism. You know, it's just a tool for other nations. It's not a tool for a communist nation. You know, all these identity politics gets crushed. You know, and these people don't know what they're doing. They're like pushing things they know nothing about until it actually happens. Then they'll deny they actually want it. But anyway, the Biden thing is like I'm not really interested in it. We heard tons of times before. A female come forward years later, and even though it's really credible, according to the media, right? It's really credible. But at this point, it's just I don't take women for anything at this point. You know, again, you've all been well. Most people have been in relationships. No, what was okay in 2005 apparently it's not okay anymore because it's like it's upside down world right now. You know, apparently putting a hand on a woman in a relationship is wrong. You know, if you don't ask first, it's the most mind-boggling thing what kids are taught in college. By the way, I'm not sure. In New York State, for example, used to make teens sign contracts before they do the act, and you have to ask for you have to ask every single. Can I put my hand on your right breast? Can I put my hand on your left breast? It's just can I put my thing in between them? You know, it's absolutely insane. These people are god awful, right? God awful people are in charge right now. It's helped by the politicians, it's helped by the media, and it's helped by Hollywood. Okay, they're all the enemies. I keep saying they're all the enemies. They mark them down. These are people that you should never trust, never believe. Nah, you can listen to, but you can laugh about it afterwards. Anyway, I won't touch upon this anymore. But the Trump thing is again, it's troubling. I think this has probably hurt his overall standing in the election. And again, I do worry about. Again, I talk about Thomas Sowell that he's a kind of like a black academic. He's a really great, just a really great mind. And he talked about he was also seduced by the when he's younger by the liberals and that leftist way of thinking. But now and he says it correctly. He worries about the next 10 years in America. Will they choose communism or will they choose capitalism? He gives it a 50-50 split. I do worry, you know. For all we know, Trump could be the last, basically, Republican president, right? Especially with the immigration the way it is. And people with low IQs tend to support communism, tend to support socialism simply because they expect things for free. And they don't have the mindset, or maybe don't have the ability to know what hard work is. Again, go to some of these sorry, they may have to go. Just read articles about these sub-Saharan countries. You know, you know what happens in Zimbabwe. What was it? It was Rhodesia before. You know, everybody knows the story. They drove up the white farmers. They couldn't farm the lands, even though they were there for 50 years to learn, hundreds of years to be honest with you. They never learn. Some people just can't. You know, like some people can look at how to fix just pick anything, fix the engine. You can look at it 50 times, you still won't get it. Some people just don't have the ability. You know, something like that probably is true. People just don't have the ability to reject communism. They don't, you know. Maybe it's that simple, you know. This is why again having lower skill jobs is important. You know, if you keep bringing up these lower skill workers from other countries, the lower skill workers in America can't work. Then they'll vote for people who say free, and then that's it. That's the end of capitalism, and the beginning of destruction. You know. Anyway, that's it. That's what I worry about. You know, so be wary. Don't think Trump will win. Okay, you have to do your duties and vote. You don't know how many people have passed away since last election. You don't know how many people have been imported. You don't know how many people might vote. You just don't know these things. All you can do is do what you can. That means vote. Even if you think it's a liberal state, like I said, California is flippable. 10 points, probably a few million votes, but California is flippable. I haven't read the New York stats. Those are the two big ones. I haven't read New York stats, but California is flippable. Don't think it's not, especially how nuts Governor Newsom is. Anyway, that's it. All right, share, save, subscribe, thumbs up. Take care. Bye.